Testosterone. It does so many amazing things, so many benefits, but you know what? It is not a form of birth control. Let's talk about it. Hey, what's up? My name is Cade, and today I want to share with you a very important topic and break a myth. I believed this myth for a long time, especially when I first started testosterone and pre-T. Today, I am breaking the myth that trans men cannot get pregnant if they are taking testosterone, or any AFAB individual. AFAB means assigned female at birth. Today, I'm going to break down the myth, why I think it's popularized in the media, a personal story on how this myth has affected me in the past, and of course, resources. I am sharing this information out of love, compassion, and a warning. Testosterone is not a form of contraception. It is not a form of birth control. Where I think this myth is very popularized is the idea that when AFAB individuals start taking testosterone, for the most part, they stop having their periods like completely. Or monthly cycle, whatever one you prefer to call it. Being an AFAB individual, if you still have your ovaries and your uterus, you are still able to get pregnant. And for the most part, I don't think that people have this idea out of malicious intent, for the most part. Or even selfish means. I think it's just such a common thing that a lot of people say sometimes when people just say things so much, it's like, oh, that's reality, right? Being on testosterone does make it less likely, but once again, it does not have a form of contraception in it. It's just testosterone. And I'm saying this in a loving dad, tough love way, but just because you have not gotten pregnant, or any of your trans mask friends have gotten pregnant, and you guys don't use protection, that doesn't mean that you won't get pregnant in the future. And that's besides the fact of talking about possibilities of getting STIs, but I'll talk about that in a different video. Now I want to share with you a story that unfortunately I'm sure a lot of you can relate to, and it doesn't matter your gender identity. I'm sure there are many times in your life that you have not felt worthy, or something is wrong with you. Your body is not okay the way it is. So that takes us to the story today. Early in my transition, I was aware that you could still get pregnant if you take testosterone, but, this was after my divorce. And at that point, I was feeling very lonely and vulnerable. But there are people out there that are very smooth talkers and confident with what they're saying. And that time, one of my old coworkers, we started to become more than just coworkers, which is great because at that time, I didn't really have any friends. Going from friends to friends with benefits. And the thing is, they bragged about being with a bunch of different trans guys in the past, so he always bragged.
Being like, oh yeah, I'm so good at pleasing and I know everything about it.
One thing that he brought up a lot in conversation was the idea of testosterone being a contraceptive. One night, we decided to hang out. And this night, I was not expecting the shame that was to come. We were just sitting in his living room. The only light available was coming from the dimly lit TV. Then he made his move. At the time, I was like, yeah, I'm down for some fun. And before things got too spicy, we had the safe sex talk. And the conversations that we had in the past that didn't seem too serious before turned very real that night.
Oh no, I don't need to wear a condom. I've been with so many other trans guys in the past. Like, there's no way that you could get pregnant. Like, I won't wear a condom. And honestly, like, I can't get hard without, with wearing a condom. So there's no point. It would just feel better for both of us.
At that time, I had some confidence and a little bit of my body autonomy, so I was resisting, being like, come on, I brought a condom, let's do this. I think that to be safe, things would just be so much better.
Trust me, I've been with so many other guys in the past, and there's never been any issues. There's no reason. And do you want to have fun? Like, I won't be able to do this with you if we wear a condom.
Eventually, I gave in. It was the first time that I felt like someone wanted me in such a long time. I didn't feel like, what if I said no? What if this is the only chance that I could get someone to love me and have that touch? I just gave up and was like, okay. I've heard this from so many of my other friends too, is what if we're not good enough with who we are and our bodies, and having to sacrifice ourselves and our own safety just so this other person can make things feel better. And that's why I feel like this story is very relatable with many people. It doesn't matter if you would be able to get pregnant or not. Just not being able to have your own body autonomy and respect your body, it can be so hard, feeling unworthy. Luckily, I did not get pregnant. The idea of getting pregnant, the dysphoria that would happen, the disconnect, I am sad to say I don't think I could survive it. I wish someone was blunt and told me about how testosterone is not a contraceptive, because sometimes, when you're just signing all the paperwork, going through, starting to take your HRT, it can sometimes be missed because all the other things that are happening. This is why I am sharing it with you. Knowledge is power when it is your own body autonomy. Good news is there are so many other options for AFAB individuals to take birth control. No, of course, my go-to is always a condom, external or internal, because it not only helps prevent pregnancy, it helps prevent STIs. If you want to see a bunch of different options for birth control, go ahead and check out Lux's video. They explain and go through a full list of options that you can try out, or one of your partners or whoever is looking for a safe birth control option. Your own safety and future body autonomy, it's worth it. I know I don't usually do serious videos, but if you liked today's video, make sure to give it a big old thumbs up. And subscribe if you want to see more things like this in the future. You are worth it and you are loved. Have a good day. Peace.